Jermel said he's only watched the fight twice since. How many times have you watched the fight?
You know
and
what?
Did you watch the fight together?
Well, first of all, I only watched the fight yesterday for the first time. For the first time yesterday. Because I was doing interviews, I said, well, I want to be able to speak to the fight because I remember everything, right? But I wanted to be able to speak to the fight and be fresh. So that's when I looked at it yesterday. So I hadn't watched it at all until yesterday.
So
what did you think?
Improve upon the fight if you never watched it? You just simply.
I said I remember. Yeah, I remember. And everything he did, he didn't do anything different than I've seen him in any other fights. And I think that, but like this, he's a good, technically sound fighter. So at a certain aspect of the point, everything is situational. So it's not too much you can do better or different or this or that. So going into it, I remember everything he did. I remember that's one thing about me as a fighter, as a trainer. I remember, but then when I saw it, it was exactly how I remembered it during the fight.
Okay. What is how are you guys going to improve? What are you guys going to do different then, or do you feel you need to do something different?
Well, listen, in every aspect of life, I believe that you want to make the day today better than you did yesterday. So each day is better and better and better. And I think that certain aspects, it's not so many things. It's always about approach, right? And so we approach it different. My perspective is different. Even though I feel a certain way about whatever, that's in the past. Did you see how when you asked me a question, I didn't mention it. I just said we needed a 1 to get to a 2. Sure. So you have to accept whatever the situation was and move forward. The only way you move forward and be better is you have to accept it and embrace it. And so that's what it is. That's what we're embracing. And you'll see. I can't tell you what we're going to do, but it's cool, man. It's good.
How much more important? How much more important are the trainers in a rematch where you now have 12 rounds to look at and kind of build upon for a second fight, rather than going into a fight against someone that your guy hasn't fought before?
I heard last week that what trainers only do is hold the mitts. So whatever that's significant is, I have no idea. Did y'all hear that on social media? No. Don't worry about it. He's a clown. Somebody said all trainers do is hold the mitts.
Well, you do hold mitts.
Yeah, that's a part of it. They said all they do.
Oh, okay.
So trainers play a big factor because you have to be able to reflect. You see what we did in the training camp. You see, think about this. And nobody ever gets to number 2 in life. Second chance, even from a trainer's perspective, from the victory, he sees what he could have done better, or how he can do it better. I see how I can do something better, and how I can enhance my guys' everything, right? So we get the opportunity to get a second chance, and so does Tony. So does him and his father. So that's what it's about. So these opportunities really never happen, but they happen now, and trainers play a big factor in that.
Derrick, do you see Jermel any highly more emotional or maybe angrier than normal or anything because it was his first loss and it was controversial?
Well, I think nothing has changed with him, man. I think that he's the same guy. He's always that guy who wants to get it, right? And so in him coming to me, but before he was a decision fighter. A lot of decisions. And now he's been able to put those skills together to get knockouts. And so that's what he wants. But I don't go in there with the idea of knockouts. I don't necessarily believe in going for them. I do believe in getting them, just not going for them. So he hasn't really changed, man. He's the same guy, and we won't let, my job is to keep him contained, keep him poised, keep him controlled, and just keep reassuring him of himself. As you say, you don't have to act like this is what it is.
Derrick, you were at the Canelo Jacobs fight.
Right.
What did you think about the fight?
Jermel Charlo and Tony Harrison fight is going to be a good fight. That's in the past, man. So we're talking about something that was in the past, but now it's present. So no, I think it was, man. I don't comment on other people's situations because people talk about me every day, right? I don't enjoy it, but that's just what it is. So I'm not going to talk about other people.
Because both your fighters might fight in the future, right? Also that?
Hey, that's possible also. You never know. But like I said, we're going to look at what's in front of us. Tony Harrison is in front of us. I'm focused on it 100%, and that's really what it is. This is really a good fight. I never overlook any guy because these are men, right? And I watched Tony Harrison in all these fights in the past, and he looked great. He just came up short a couple times, but it's all about he looked great. So
do you think fighters become better once they become a champion? That's an old saying. It's like an old saying that once you become a world champion, you're like 10, 50% better.
I think everything is individual because some guys one and done. I mean, so it doesn't mean he's not better. It just means he may have faced, a better individual. So I don't know. I mean, I think everything is deal with the individual. So I can't speak on anybody else.
Are you watching Saturday's fight with any particular interest, considering it seems like they're building the winner of that to fight the winner of this fight?
I live in the moment. I live in my moment right now. It's Tony Harris 100%. I don't think about.
You're not doing any scouting on Saturday watching the fight?
Man, no, I mean, there's enough video out there. I don't have to even care about that night. I may not even watch the fight. Who knows? But what I know is that I'm focused on Tony Harrison. So it doesn't matter about Jared Hurd right now. That's up to them. Those are their personal desires. My personal desire is to defeat Tony Harrison.
Would you like to see your fighter fight Crawford? Spence.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tony Harrison fighting Crawford. Jamel Charlo. I would like to see Errol Spence fight who he wants to fight. See, my deal is this. And he'll tell you, you can answer this question for him. I don't implement my personal feelings or desires into anything that my guys do. I want them to get what they want in life. Just like my life is right here, and just so we intertwine like this when it comes to training. But my deal is I want to get what I want in life. I want them to have what they want in life.
Yeah, it's a good perspective.
Do you go into this fight with any pressure? This is actually
Not this
the first time I've seen
weekend,
you
but
lose.
Yeah.
So do you put the chip on your shoulder as well and be like, hold up, just like Jamel Charlo, I was undefeated walking into the ring,
Right.
just like Errol Spence, I've been undefeated. Excuse me.
Right.
Do you, as a trainer?
I look at it like this: is that I don't. I feel like I every time after a fight, I feel accomplished because I did my job right. So this was a job that I feel I was sad about, unaccomplished, upset about. So, I mean, I don't get emotional with it. I understand, and I just keep moving because my job is the pressure is going to be there every time I wake up in the morning, every time I get out of bed. It's the pressure there because I want to be better than I was the day before. So the pressure's on myself. I am my greatest competition. That's who I am. That's what I mean. So I aspire to be better than I was yesterday. So the pressure's always on me, and I do own that. I am my greatest competition. So at the same time, but what I'm saying is that trademarked that one. I did. So but yeah, I mean, it's really not the issue, Fred. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Thank you, Derrick. Appreciate you.